What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Dogecoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 25th day of July, and here we are with about 7 hours and 21 minutes left in the day, sitting at 22.3 cents. A hell of a dump for Doge, indeed. From a high to a low, let's just see. This thing's dumped more than I feel like most have. 23%, though. That's pretty standard. I think that's pretty standard, actually. That's nothing too crazy. It's a fart in the wind in crypto, you guys. You know, if anybody bought any of these higher prices, even if you bought the tip top at 29 cents there, who cares? It's not a big deal, okay? Hold. You bought there because you saw where it's going, right? It's still going there. It's just pulling back. 20% to 30% pullbacks on the way up. That's a light circumstance in crypto, my friends. You're lucky it's not a 40 to 60% pullback, right? Those happen just as often, just as common, if not even more. There will be bigger pullbacks, right? If this is giving you a heartache, just wait, man. As you move up higher, the pullbacks will get bigger as you continue to grow, right? That's just how it is. If you want to, let's put it in a different perspective here, okay? Ready? Because I think Dogecoin's going anywhere from like $1.10 to 69 cents. Let's say we go all the way up to $1.10. Let's just say that happens. 386%, right? And this probably happens within the next month, knowing how Dogecoin moves. It moves very fast whenever it decides to move. So let's just assume that by the end of August, we're somewhere around $1.10. You get a 4x, almost a 5x move. On the way up there, you're going to have bigger drops than this. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have 30% drops, 40% drops, maybe even 50% drops, you guys. And drops, plural, the plural S's there at the end there, right? It's not a one and done thing. The people that sell at a loss are the same people who buy. Like if you bought here, the difference between selling at a loss or selling at a 4x is just if you have the chutzpah. If you got the tenacity, you got the gall to hold through these dips, right? If the difference between someone who catches a 4x versus a 2x move can literally be where they sell. You know what I mean? And it's not what project they buy, where they buy, it's when they sell. You could be in the exact same situation, and if you don't hold through it, I mean, understand, to get to a 4x, you have to hold through a 2x, you have to hold through a 3x, you have to hold through a 3.5x to get to a 4. You know, it's how it works. And you also have to hold through the dips. Anyways, here we are. Man, I'm just talking so much. Let's get into the TA, okay? That's what you're here for. You're like, stop talking, C-Zar. Tell me, do some chart stuff, monkey boy. Here we are, 1 hour time frame. Higher lows, lower highs. We got some nice downtrend in the 1 hour RSI here. Lower lows, lower highs here, right? Lower highs there. I could see us hitting the oversold zone. I could see us going lower. I wouldn't be surprised if we went a little bit lower on Dogecoin here. So now that we have that established, I mean, look at the price. Obviously, you're going to go lower. Flat base like that, yeah, you're going lower. Dogecoin was so hyped up last week. Everybody thought they were brilliant for buying it, but boom, here we are down. Yeah. 1 hour RSI looks bearish. Stochastics look bearish. MACD looks bearish. Lower prices. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, grinding this out. 4 hour RSI wants to get oversold, man. It wants to. It's probably going to see readings like this. With that in mind, you'll see a more substantial drop. Where are you going to drop to? Let's take a low to a high. Yeah. 382. Look at that. You're right there. Yeah, you're going to go just below the 382. That's very normal. And you'll find support. What are you going to find support at? Probably prior resistance here. I wouldn't be surprised if you went as low as 21 cents. I doubt you get below 20 cents. If you do, it's not a problem. I just doubt that you do. I really doubt you get below 20 cents. Sure, 18 to 17 cents could be support. I don't even want to get into it, though. I don't even think it's worth talking about because I highly doubt you get below 20 cents. I feel very confident in that 21.5 cent area as being support. You're at 22.5 cents now, so just a little bit, right? It's a little bit more. Please don't do this thing where, oh, I bought the top, I'm holding here. He says it's going to go down a little bit more, so I'll sell here and then I'll buy there. Because, dude, just don't. You've already set. It's not the time to sell. The time to sell was here. The time to sell was even here. It might have even been here, but it's not. It's not here. Okay, it's definitely not here. So just wait. Just wait. You're better off waiting. You're better off buying more. It's not, just because I'm saying it's going lower does not mean that I'm saying sell. I'm just saying you're better off buying more. You're better off waiting, sitting on your hands, because after that, I mean, look at this parabolic structure that you have, right? You're going to be moving up. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to see new prices, new highs relative to this price here at 28.7 cents. It's not stopping here. Okay, it's definitely not stopping here. You've just started to show some bullishness, right? Dogecoin, look at the drops that we saw last time, right? I mean, right here, your first like instance of bullishness, high to low, you dropped 23%. That's basically the drop that you have now. Here, high to low, you dropped 20%, right? You didn't have as many drops or as big of drops as I'm assuming you're going to have on the way up with this one, but still, Dogecoin, whenever it moves very fast. Why be worried about this little move down whenever this is the move that's coming? You know what I mean? Whenever we look at this here on the daily time frame, actually, let's look at the 4-hour RSI first. Oh yeah, we already looked at this. Okay, yeah, and the MACD's got some bullish divergence too. You're going to go a little bit lower, further this divergence, and then it'll be good. Stochastics, whatever. RSI, I think, would go a little bit lower as well. Daily time frame, though, things start to get bullish, right? Look at this. Deep in the overbought zone. Super deep in the overbought zone. You're down here at the 50, a perfect area to bounce from on the RSI. You've done this before. RSI gets overbought, bouncing off the 50. Overbought, bouncing off this area. Overbought, and inevitably down. You're in this area now, right? And this was whenever you were full-fledged bullish last time, right? Not in the midst of this. Sure, here you went up and then you came down lower, but this is not the same. You're more comparable in this move to this move back here. So I would compare it to what you did with the RSI back here. Stochastics are pointed down, but same thing. You bounced off of this area at the 50 multiple times. You're just about to cross red, but even then, look at what you did last time on the MACD. Every time you kissed these lines, that's whenever you moved up higher. So you're actually very, very near on the daily time frame on all these indicators, very near a point to find support, if not even at the point to find support. I'm talking about going to 21 cents, 21.5 cents, 20 cents at the lowest. You might not even do that. You know what I mean? So do not mess it up and try to get cute here and sell and think, oh, I can take a 5% move and try and salvage some of my mistake. Don't do that. Just own your mistake, sit in it, make your bed and lay in it, as I like to say. Buy more, if anything. It's actually, even though I think it's going lower, it's at a better price to buy now. I would, if someone told me I'm going to buy here, even though you think it's going to go lower, I'd be like, that's the way. That's what you should do. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. But speaking of bullish things, man, looking at the weekly time frame, super bullish on the RSI. Stochastics look great. The MACD is about to cross above the zero. It's building bullish momentum now. You're about to cross above the zero on these oscillators. The last time that you did that, I mean, well, the last time you did that was here, and that was this glorious move here. As Dogecoin progresses through the cycle, it only sees stronger behavior. So this move will be stronger than the last move. Understand, that's what I'm getting at here. Hold on. Let's see. No, we want this. And then if we take a high to a low, relatively speaking, the area to keep in mind would be 69 cents to about $1.10. That's where you're going to go. Likely sometime in August with how fast this thing moves. If not August, then maybe September. But I got nothing else for you guys. I just wanted to touch base here and say, yeah, you're down 17% this week, but who cares? It's not a problem. Ups and downs. Downs are for buying. Ups, really, with this thing, are for holding. And I think if you hold, even if you round trip it, from here it goes all the way up to $1, and you round trip it down, as the cycle progresses, as we get into 2026, we should be seeing prices. I think the ultimate target destination, you guys, is going to be $4 for Dogecoin. I've made so many videos talking about the promising aspects of $4. I'll get into it real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I've got some things to do, but high to low, right? Every cycle that Dogecoin has had, if you take its prior cycle high to its cycle low, every cycle, it's hit the 1618. It's gone above the 1618. Last cycle went all the way up to its 2272. You're not doing that this cycle. The people who say we're going to $23, you're crazy. Inevitably, yes. Dogecoin is, and I know this sounds crazy, but all you have to do is read a little bit and you'll understand that this is 100% true. Dogecoin is actually fundamentally better than the US dollar whenever it comes to gaining value and not losing value. Yes, it's inflationary, but it's inflationary at a lesser rate and at a fixed rate where the dollar is inflationary at a non-fixed rate, and it just inflates even more and more every single year. It'll continue to inflate. Dogecoin's rate of inflation will allow it to surpass the dollar. In time, it'll be worth $20. In time, it'll be worth $100. It's going to happen. And will that be when I'm alive? I don't know. Maybe, probably. But I'm just saying $23 by the end of the cycle, not going to happen. I don't doubt that it'll happen at some point, but just not this cycle, man. I think you're lucky to get anything above $4. Okay, you probably do get above $4. Maybe I should say you're lucky to get anything above $5, but something between $4 to $5, near $4. Wouldn't it be perfect if you went to $4.20? My guess is what's going to happen is at the end of the cycle, heed these words. People are going to say, "We're going to $4.20. That's going to be the top $4.20." It's going to get to like $3.99, $4.10, and you're going to want to sell, but you're like, no, let's just wait for $4.20, and it never comes. $4.20 won't come, or maybe it does. Maybe you exceed $4.20, but I'm betting everybody's going to be talking about $4.20 by the end of the cycle for Dogecoin. And maybe it hits there. It'd be perfect if it did. I don't know. I think that meme's overplayed, and it's probably going to be front ran, sold on ahead of time. I got nothing else, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Bye bye.